Solving word problems. Being able to solve word problems, also known as story problems, is a skill that doesn't always come naturally to children. Being able to extract the meaning of a story and understand the types of math operations involved can often be difficult for beginning mathematicians. Here are some tips that may help your child get started on their journey with word problems. Step 1. Help your child understand the story. Rather than showing your child what the story means, let your child show you by acting it out. It often helps to tell the story one part at a time, without any numbers first, and then let your child act out each part separately. For example, in this word problem, instead of saying the cat had 5 marshmallows, start by having your child act out the sentence, the cat had some marshmallows. Next, instead of saying the cat gave the fish 3 marshmallows, say the cat gave the fish some marshmallows. If your child was able to act out each of these parts successfully on their own, go ahead and try the story problem again, but this time with numbers. Also, if there are any words from the story that your child doesn't understand, you should talk about these words in advance so they don't cause any confusion. Having a clear mental picture of what's happening is essential to understanding word problems. Step 2. Help your child understand the question. If your child was able to act out the story successfully using objects, the next most important step is making sure your child understands the questions that they need to answer. Just like before, asking questions that do not involve numbers may help your child acclimate. For this picture, you could ask, what item does the cat have? What item does the fish have? Then later progress to, how many marshmallows does the cat have? How many marshmallows does the fish have? Which animal has more marshmallows? Which animal has less marshmallows? How many marshmallows do the animals have altogether? How many more marshmallows does the cat have than the fish? When you do involve numbers, it's best to start small, and then work your way up to larger numbers once your child is ready. Eventually, your child probably won't need to act out a story problem in order to understand it. They could use other strategies like drawing a picture, making a diagram, writing an equation, or even solving it entirely in their head. Your child will likely even need to use different strategies depending on the type of problem being addressed and the numbers being used. In this example, all 3 story problems are exactly the same, but the numbers are different. Your child might be able to solve the first in their head, the second by drawing a picture, and the third only by acting it out. This is okay and completely normal. The more your child practices working with numbers and word problems, the more their skills will progress. When your child works on word problems at home, keep in mind that it is more important for your child to show their understanding of the problem than it is to get the answer to the question correct. If your child is completing an assignment on Seesaw, it's perfectly okay to let them take a picture or record a video of themselves acting out the story, or even model the problem using draggable shapes or images. If your child can explain the problem using an equation, that's great, but it's not a required element if that's not how they understood the problem. If your child solved the problem in their head, remind them to use the microphone button to explain how they figured out the answer. Being able to talk through a problem is a great way for children to double-check their thinking and develop their mental math skills. Having your child write or draw as they speak can also help make this connection stronger. We hope this walkthrough was helpful in understanding how to get your child to work with story problems. If you'd like to see a few examples, Check out the next video, where I practice breaking down various story problems as my niece acts them out with her toys. Happy learning!